holidays, Gators! I am making this video for you at the very end of our last day before we leave for Christmas break. Next week, well, not next week, 2 weeks from now when we return in January, we're going to be making this snowman collage. For your supplies, you are going to need a piece of colored paper. It can be whatever color you want. I have purple because purple is my favorite. A piece of white paper, and then some assorted pieces to make your snowman. I've got some black to make my mouth and my buttons, some brown to make the sticks for the arms, orange for my carrot nose, and then I have some green, and this is actually wrapping paper. I just cut a little piece out of some wrapping paper. I'm going to use those pieces to make the scarf. So you'll also need your scissors and a glue stick. So gather up your supplies and we can get started. We're going to start by making the shape of our snowman. On your white paper, you can use a pencil or you can just cut it. You're going to make a circle at the top, and it doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to be cutting it out. So I can try a few different ways. And then 2 sides down to make the body. Once you get your shape made, go ahead and cut it out with your scissors. Now, I'm going to set this to the side because I might want to use it later. When I put my glue on my snowman, I'm going to make sure I put it on the side that has my pencil lines so that nobody can see those pencil lines when it's all done. Make sure when you're using a glue stick that you press good and hard so that you can see the glue going onto the paper. And then when I stick it down, I'm going to make sure it touches at the bottom. There we go. That's a great little snowman body. Next, I'm going to use my orange, and I'm going to make myself a carrot nose. Now, I'm just going to use my scissors for this, but all you need to do to make a carrot is to make a triangle. And then put some glue on it. Now, our snowman is looking up to the sky, and snow is going to be falling down all around him. So I'm going to put his nose up here and point it up so that that snow is coming down all around. Next, I'm going to make his scarf. I have 2 different papers that I'm going to use for that. I'm going to use this green paper, and I've cut it into a strip. I'm just going to take my strip and cut it into pieces. Like that. And I have some wrapping paper that I'm going to use as well. I'm going to cut it into some bigger pieces. You can make these pieces for your scarf however you want, though. Now, for my scarf, I'm actually going to put the glue on my paper. That way I can just stick my pieces on as I'm going. You want your scarf to go all the way across your snowman. Then you want to make the parts of the scarf that are coming down, because there's going to be 2 parts of that scarf that hang down a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Now I can use my brown, and the brown is going to be for the arms, which are going to be some branches. So you can cut whatever kind of shape you want, because sticks come in all sorts of different shapes. So I'm just going to kind of zigzag it as I'm cutting to make a wiggly little branch for each arm. And then I'll put some glue and stick them down. I'm going to kind of put it behind my scarf a little if I can. And I want my arm to point up, because my snowman is so happy to see more snow falling, because it means he's going to get to stay frozen and stick around a little while longer. Okay? Now I only have one color left, and that's my black. With the black, I'm going to cut the lumps of coal that are going to be the mouth. So I'm just going to cut some round blobs, like little rocks, and use them to make a smile. Like that. And then I'm going to cut some to make buttons on my snowman's belly. I'm going to cut these a little bit bigger. Just like that. And then I can glue each of those down. Sometimes when you're gluing something round like this or a small, it's easier to put it on top of the glue and rub it around before you stick it on, rather than trying to rub the giant glue stick on the teeny tiny shape. Okay, now all that's left is the snow that needs to fall down around my snowman. You can do this in two ways. You can cut and tear little pieces of your white paper, or you can get a white crayon or white oil pastel and you can draw your snow. I'm going to draw mine with my crayon this time. But we want lots of snow around this snowman because he's so happy to be surrounded by all the falling snow. I hope you've had a wonderful break, and I can't wait to